John Muir once said, "Between every two pines is a doorway to a new world." The pines Muir referred to were part of an intricate and complex living system that we call forests. Forests are defined by the presence of trees, a woody perennial plant. Trees alter the surrounding environment, changing the temperature and moisture of the soil surface and affecting what other species can be found there. Forests contain more than just trees. A variety of other living organisms make up a forest ecosystem. The complexity of forest ecosystems varies, as do the trees found in any given forest. So what is an ecosystem? An ecosystem is an area that contains organisms interacting with one another and their non-living environment. In a forest, trees and other plants compete for nutrients, sunlight, space, and water. As trees grow, mature, and die, the composition of a given forest ecosystem is constantly changing. One species is replaced with another. This change is known as succession. Human activity and natural events such as fire and wind throw change forest composition and alter succession. Forests, like all other ecosystems, capture the sun's energy through a process called photosynthesis. Simply put, trees and other plants use the sun's energy to combine water and carbon dioxide to produce sugars and oxygen. Plants are known as producers because of their ability to create their own food from the sun's energy. Within an ecosystem, this energy is transferred through food webs. Plants or producers are eaten by consumers that are in turn eaten by other consumers. Decomposers recycle waste materials and dead organisms back to nutrients plants can use. Throughout the world, a variety of regions known as biomes exist. These regions have greatly different climates, varying in seasonal temperatures, daylight length, and rainfall. Wisconsin's forests are temperate forests. The climate in temperate regions is characterized by fluctuating seasonal temperatures and daylight length. Just as forest biomes differ, so too do the forests that exist within a biome. Wisconsin has a variety of coniferous, deciduous, and mixed forests. The location and distribution of forests is a result of differences in climate and glaciation. A band known as the tension zone divides Wisconsin. Length of growing season, precipitation, and temperature differ between the northeast and southwest half of the state. Trees specific to either region may be found in the tension zone. About 10 to 12,000 years ago, a series of glaciers extended into and retreated from Wisconsin. Glaciers covered much of the state but did not reach southwestern Wisconsin. As a result, the topography of this region is characterized by steep rolling terrain and soils of an older origin. The northern and eastern parts of the state are characterized by rolling hills, many lakes, and often rocky and sandy soil, all of which are a result of glacial activity. As the glaciers receded, sand and gravel were washed into the central region of the state, leaving a relatively flat, sandy landscape. Climate, topography, and soil variances lead to differences in the types of forest found in Wisconsin and the composition of species within each. These different types of forest contribute to the state's biodiversity. But what is biodiversity?
One of the things that we've learned about forest is that the diversity of the organisms that share a forest are important for the various functions that the forest provides. The organisms represent many different genetic variations. We have many kinds of species of trees, of flowering plants, of microorganisms and invertebrates, of the various animals, including reptiles, amphibians, and mammals that occupy the forest habitats. Part of that diversity is also represented by the different kinds of forests that we find throughout the world. These different forests and their way in which they are distributed in the landscape is also part of the diversity that makes up the importance of forest in our world's total global ecosystem.
The diversity of life found in forest ecosystems must be the new world that Muir was referring to. Between every two pines lies the doorway to a basic human life support system. Just how important historically have forests been? How do forests help us meet our current and future needs? These and other questions will be answered in the next segment as we look between the pines.